What's good, everyone? Welcome to the What's in Your iPad series. Today we're not going to do an app, but I've been getting a lot of people hitting me up about connecting to MPC Studio. They've heard me speak about it on my podcast, the What's in Your iPad podcast, or they've heard me saying in previous videos that you can connect your MPC Studio to your iPad. And a lot of people have been telling me that there's articles or other people out there saying that you can't. You absolutely can. It's not going to work 100%. And when I say that, I mean not everything on that studio is mappable. So not every button will work. But the main buttons do work and you can absolutely use it as a controller. So I'm going to show you today in this video how to do that. And I'm going to use two different iPads. The older model iPad Pro, I believe 2016 or 17 with the home button. And I'm going to use the newer one, not the newest one, the third generation 2018 without the home button. I'm going to use that one to show you that it is possible on both. The difference with the first one, the older one, you will need a USB power hub. And you could get this on Amazon or anywhere. I believe it's like $20 maybe. You might be able to get one under 20, but this one I got off of Amazon Basics. It's a USB power hub. You just plug it in to the outlet for power, and then you pretty much could plug anything into this and then plug this into the lightning camera extension and put this into your iPad, and it'll help power up anything to go into your iPad. So I'm going to start here with this one. I'm just going to plug everything in, and I'm going to take the MPC Studio and plug this right into this power hub. Plug the USB power hub into the lightning camera adapter, and then that into the iPad. I'm going to start with Beatmaker 3. Now, once you plug this right in, you're not going to be able to use it. You have to map it out. And I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. So once you load up your Beatmaker 3, you want to go right into your settings. Now, in your settings, in your audio and MIDI devices, you should see it pop up here on the right. But then you're going to move over to MIDI focus actions. And basically, this is how you map anything. You can hit auto learn, and once you do, you'll see up top, trigger pad none. It'll start blinking. That's telling you now on your MPC Studio, you go ahead and hit whatever you want to map that to. Trigger pads, I'm going to map all the pads. So I'm going to come back to my MPC Studio, and I'm going to hit pad 1. So now once you hit that pad on your MPC Studio and you come back to the Beatmaker 3 app, you can see it stored it in MPC Studio Black. And you're just basically going to continue on through, hitting every single pad, and they'll store into Beatmaker 3. Now once you get down to select, scene, mute, solo, some of these, like I said in the beginning, are not going to work. They're not going to be mappable to the studio, but some are. So you could go ahead and play around and see what you can map and what you can't to whatever buttons you want on here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to map the mute. You can map the macro controls, which is dope. You can map your select banks up to H, which is fine with me. Like I said, not everything is mappable, but the basics are play, stop, record, and you know, the pads. So basically, I'm just happy, you know, I'm not that lazy where I can't hit the iPad screen. All I really want for this anyway are the pads. So I'm not beating on the iPad screen, and I have an actual controller. And you know, it's pretty small to decent size. It's portable, so this works for me. Now, once you're done mapping everything and you hit stop learn, you want to go up here to these three dots and you want to save template. Name it whatever you're going to name it, and you always have this in there saved. So whenever you plug your MPC Studio, for me, when I plug my studio back in, it's automatically there, the maps, the templates. But just in case it isn't, you just go right back into these three dots and you hit load, and your templates will be there. As you see, I have a bunch of them. And you just load it up and you're good to go. So I'm going to show you how this works. And what I'm doing here is I like full velocity on my pad. So I'm just going to go ahead really quick and hit the full velocity on these. So as you can see, everything is working fine. And there's a bunch of apps out there that you could do this with. Now I'm going to switch over to the new iPad, the third generation, 2018. And for this iPad, what's dope about it is you don't need the USB power hub. So that's less things you have to carry and deal with. This iPad is strong enough to power the MPC Studio up on its own. but you do need a hub or an extension to actually get the USB in. I happen to like the USB-C Hyperdrive hub because it has a few things on it that I can use: HDMI, a SD card, the USB, the charger, and an aux. Check my description below. I have a link to the USB-C Hyperdrive hub review. It's pretty dope. You can see how it works down below. So I'm just going to plug that in, and then I'm going to plug the MPC Studio into that hub. And that's all you need to do. For this one, I'm going to use the Impcpro app, because a lot of people hit me up asking me, how do you map that studio with this app? So you just want to load it up. You want to hit your settings up here and go into your MIDI options. Now there's two ways you can do this. In options, you can go here and click this, enable a MIDI mode designed to work with MPC hardware. Me, I like to map it because not everything is going to work this way either. So you could get more things to work if you have it off and you just map it. So you go back and you want to click empty. Then all this lights up, and you're basically going to do the same thing you did with beatmaker 3. You're going to go ahead and you're going to hit whatever you want. Like, you're going to hit your pads on the MPC Studio. So right now I'm starting right here with the note variation. I'll map it to this. Same thing again. You go back. I'm going to click a pad now. And I'm going to hit the pad on the studio. Once you see that check, it means it's mapped. And I'm going to carry on. So now all of this is mapped, and I'm going to go ahead and see how it works. Okay, you see everything is working. And now also this template is saved in there. If you need to load up this template again, you could just go in there and do it. So you can see all of that works fine. Not everything, like I said in the beginning, is going to work, but the basics will work, and it is doable. You can get it done. Like I said, for me, I'm not that lazy where I can't hit things on the iPad. I just basically want to be able to control the drum pads and the play or record. So this works perfectly for me. It is possible. It's not 100%. It's not perfect, but the basics are there. It's that simple. You just plug in and map. And there's a few other apps you'll be able to use this studio with. You just got to go in and play around with your settings and your MIDI mapping. So I hope this helps answers anyone's questions, and you get your studios in there and get to working. Thanks for watching. Check out Wesampleeverything.com. We got all types of stuff on the website for you. Check out the What's in Your iPad podcast. Drops every Saturday with some great content. iOS production. Thanks for watching. Click that like, subscribe. Peace.